Hello. Okay, so I was thinking I would make a video about my experience thus far, or kind of what I'm diagnosed with, what it is, what the treatment is, like, to help others who are just now finding out or recently found out, or people who don't have it, so they can kind of understand what it is, I guess. I was diagnosed with Hodgkins Lymphoma, stage 2. Let's start off from the beginning. So basically why I went to go get it checked in the first place. So I had a swollen lymph node around right here. It was I don't have any pictures. It was a bulge in my neck, and I always thought I was sleeping wrong. So I would massage it and see if that would make it go away. And then that was around November of 2018. So then months went by and February, March, I noticed that it was not just the one lymph node. It would trickle down and trickle up, and I had kind of a mass on this side. I was just comparing the sides, and it was just this side was just completely different. So I did a doctor on demand thing on my phone thinking it was an infection, and she said no, that I need to go in person to go get it checked. And I was like, okay. I went to go get my primary. From the point that I had the appointment with my primary to the results of the biopsy was probably a month and a half, 2 months, give or take, because I got the ultrasound scheduled, nothing came back from it. I got a CT scan done, nothing came back. That's whenever I was told to go to an ears, nose, and throat specialist. He looked at my CT scan, he didn't know what was going on, and he was like, oh, you probably need a biopsy. And I'm like, probably so. So it took a couple weeks to get that scheduled. So then whenever I finally got the needle biopsy, I got the needle biopsy on a Thursday, and then that following Tuesday, I got a call that I was diagnosed with Hodgkins lymphoma. Didn't know the stage, I just knew, literally, he was like, all right, this, you're diagnosed with this, it's a cancer, but it's curable. We're gonna set you up with an appointment with Dr. Imam the following day, literally the next day. So I was like, awesome, great time. I feel if I want to go down the path of how I mentally was during that whole process, I'll probably make another video. I just feel that's a complete in-depth kind of thing to explain to people who are about to experience the same thing or going through the same thing. So I went to Dr. Imam's office the next day. I think he walked in and he was like, if it's the thing you want to hear, because whatever. Hey Morgan, you're diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, but if you had to have any cancer, this is the cancer. You want this cancer if you had cancer. And I'm like, okay, cool. He's like, it's curable, da 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 da. And I was like, okay, well, my mom was on the phone, on speaker. She was asking questions, and he was kind of explaining the situation to her. And I immediately had the surgery to get the port. So basically what happened is 2 months of process. I found out the results of the biopsy on a Tuesday. That next Wednesday, I had the appointment with the Cancer Institute. And then that Monday, I had the surgery to get the port. And then that following Wednesday, I was supposed to have my first chemo session. But me getting my first PET scan kind of pushed that back 2 weeks. So whenever I finally got my PET scan results, which was after 2 treatments, on my second treatment is whenever I found out my stage, and that was I got stage 2. So it was in my neck, all up here, down. It's in my left shoulder, and then there was 2 lymph nodes kind of below my breast area, and they weren't even that significantly big, but the doctors didn't know So they were like, let's just assume that it's cancer. And I was like, heard that. I just had my 5th treatment this last Wednesday, because it's Monday. Okay, so my 5th treatment was this last Wednesday, and according to my doctor and my second PET scan, I'm going to be doing the full 12 rounds, which if anybody who's going through this knows, like, that's a whole thing in itself. I will say the energy of the place that I go to, that I have my appointments, they are so nice. They are so kind. They are amazing. I feel like I definitely, after my 3rd treatment, like, right before my 4th treatment, I kind of like changed the people that I was surrounding myself around. Did I say that right? I feel like the support I'm being given, I feel like that's so important, like, for your mental state. Like, family, friends, it's all important, you know? I really don't know what to say other than, like, what it is. However, I'm going to probably make another video about how, like, kind of like the roller coaster of emotions from, like, finding out to where I am now, because I definitely feel like for the first portion of it, I definitely strongly advise you take some time for just, like, you to accept what's going on. I don't really know. Hi, Bella. Are you the cutest? Say I'm like the cutest.